the sophomore Connor Higgins. Again, we're still in the bottom of the 5th, so they could be thinking ahead to perhaps bringing Moser in a possible relief role in the 7th inning. But again, putting things well up ahead of ourselves, because we right now have to get through the 5th inning if you're Parkland with a 1-out base runner in Tyler Bridgewood, with Zach Delp coming to the plate.
6th appearance on the mound for Higgins. As Bob mentioned, he is a sophomore, 2-0 on the year with a 0.44 ERA. 16 innings, he's allowed just 5 hits. Opponents batting .098 against him. 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Control has been an issue. In 16 innings, he's walked 14 and struck out 16.
Save category in the Parkland pitching stats, they as a team have 3 saves on the season. Gabe Moser has 1 of them. Tyler Duff has the other 2. Well, he's not going to get a save today, but Gabe Moser could be up in that Parkland bullpen with that in mind. Very much could be the case for Tony Galusi. He might be thinking about trying to get the last 3 outs with Gabe Moser as a possibility. But right now it's Connor Higgins, the sophomore, in there, left-hander, to face Zach Delp. Delp, as we said, the only RBI, or his 31st RBI, I should say, of the season, back in the 3rd inning when he walked with the bases loaded. Big spot here for the senior. Probably playing, or could possibly be playing his final baseball game, as Steve said, to continue what was an outstanding football season for him as well. 2-way player for the Whitehall Zephyrs. Going to head to Kutztown to continue his football playing days.
Likely be a linebacker for the Golden Bears.
First pitch to him. It is up high, ball 1.
Kutztown scored a lot of points the last few years with Kevin Morton as quarterback. They also gave up quite a few. So he'll get a chance to play on the defensive side.
1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. 1 ball to 1 strike to Zach Delp. .423 batting average for the senior. 2nd best in the lineup for Whitehall. Jake Meyers, who's in the DH role tonight, hit .440 during the regular season. Among the starters, that is, in terms of the highest batting average. Lead the team in hits with 30. This one lofted down the first baseline and out of play, and it's quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Higgins, just a sophomore, throwing that fastball in the mid-80s, that one at 86.
And Damon Muth, the senior catcher, goes out, wants to talk to his young pitcher. Talk about how they want to attack Zach Delp. With a 1 ball and 2 strike count on him.
Tyler Duff goes 4 1/3, 2 hits, 7 walks. He threw 88 pitches, 44 balls, 44 strikes.
1-2 pitch, low, ball 2. Tyler Bridgewood, the runner at first, he walked. That was the 7th walk surrendered by Duffy. Duffy got him out of the game, and there's Delp, swings and misses for strike 3. That's out number 2.
Higgins with a good fastball down. Running down and in on the right-hander. Delp could not make contact. Big out for the young lefty.
So that will bring up Ryan BONSHAK. 0 for 2 on the day. Fielder's choice in the 2nd. And a comebacker to the pitcher's mound his last time up. Takes 1 up high. Ryan BONSHAK, junior catcher. Older brother Matt, senior center fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Brought up a good point, Bob. They have not been able to build off these walks by getting some base hits. Only 2 hits in the game. And of those 7 walks, none has scored. 1 to Delp in the 3rd, forced in a run.
They scored their first run as courtesy of a sacrifice fly from Jake Meyers. And then the bases loaded walk to Zach Delp. So they've had plenty of base runners, but Sean O'Boyle's team has just not come up with that big hit when they needed it. With a 3-1 count now on Ryan BONSHAK. BONSHAK leads Whitehall in walks forced on the season. He has 16 walks to date. Make it 17. That'll move Bridgewood to second. More importantly, it puts the tying run on base, and it will bring Jake Meyers to the plate.
So here's where you want to get that hit.
Meyers officially 0 for 2 on the night. Sacrifice fly and an RBI, as we mentioned, back in the second inning, and walked in the fourth. First pitch gets away from Muth, rolls all the way to the backstop, and that will move those tying runners up to second and third.
It'll be a wild pitch on Higgins. That one really took off up and in, almost got Meyers.
No chance at all for Muth.
And now base hit can tie it.
And the Zephyrs get one when they need it. Down by 2. Pitch to the plate, tap towards short. Rabasco up with it, fires to first, plenty of time for out number 3, and the Zephyrs denied yet again here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, they leave 2, and we're through 5 complete with Parkland on top of Whitehall 4-2. Connor Higgins, who came in relief in the last inning. His job now is to get 3 outs here in the 6th.
Jumps ahead of Tyler Sweeney, who has struck out and fouled out on a bunt attempt. He's 0 for 2. He has made an outstanding diving play at second base.
And bullpen's quiet on both sides, despite the sophomore on the mound for Parkland and despite 100-plus pitches so far thrown for Jacob WLOCZEWSKI.
Ball and a strike. Higgins, a tall lefty, a sophomore, plays a lot of travel baseball during the course of the year. Falls behind 2-1. Whitehall has stranded 9 base runners thus far. Just 2 hits in the game. Higgins turns, fires, got him on a bang-bang play.
Post play at first, but on the naked eye, it looked indeed as if the throw from Higgins was enough at first base to get Sweeney. And here we'll see it for sure. Higgins gets off the mound, makes the throw, and the throw does indeed beat the runner. Sweeney lunging for first base to try to beat it out, but he is out instead for number 1 in the 6th.
1-0 to Matt BONSHAK, who has walked, reached on an error and scored, and flied to right, officially 0 for 2. Higgins behind 2-0. BONSHAK close to the plate, way up in the batter's box, really crowding the dish. 3-0 the count. Sometimes young pitchers facing, in this case, lefty versus lefty or even righty versus righty, with that guy crowding the plate, a little uncomfortable for the guy in the mound.
Makes you feel like the strike zone that much tighter. Comes with a pitch there, 82 miles an hour. BONSHAK taking all the way on the 3-0 count.
Taking again, full count as Higgins tries to come all the way back.
Juiced it just a couple more miles an hour. He got that one to 84. Again, BONSHAK thinking, trying to get on base somehow, bring the tying run to the plate.
Almost got him. He'll reach first base on the 9th walk by Parkland pitching. Second for Higgins.
And he does exactly what his intended goal was. Matt BONSHAK wanted to get up there and get on base somehow or another, and he almost paid an ultimate price for it. That was right up in, and he spun out of the way of it, and he is a 1-out base runner here in the 6th. Big spot here for WLOCZEWSKI.
WLOCZEWSKI, a .368 hitter, is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in the 4th, one of the 2 Whitehall hits. The other was a leadoff single by Charles in the 2nd. He came around to score. Parkland up by 2. We're in the 6th. 1 ball, 1 strike.
WLOCZEWSKI's been pitching out of a lot of trouble for the most part in the first 4 innings of this game, first 3 innings of this game, but the last 3, he has been pretty much in control. And here's a chance for him to get himself right back in the thick of things here with a big hit. Saying it for 6 innings, but Whitehall simply not able to come up with a big hit so far against Parkland's pitching.
Ball and 2 strikes to WLOCZEWSKI.
Movement again in the Parkland bullpen. That'll be Alex Flynn.
Told you to get out there eventually.
He did. He made his way there. He stopped for a hot dog before he got there, but he got to the bullpen.
On the inside corner, Higgins with a fastball at 86. Picks up his 2nd strikeout, 2 down in the inning.
Big strikeout for the sophomore as WLOCZEWSKI tried to sell it. Pitch on the inside part of the plate. And he ends up taking called strike 3 instead.
A little cut in that fastball. There's Elliott Mortimer. Strike 1. Mortimer has 2 ground outs to short, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice short to 2nd, 0 for 3 tonight. Mortimer will play at York College next year. Good fastball.
Way behind that, 85 miles on the radar gun here at Coca-Cola Park. Mortimer way behind that one. Thinking he was going to get an off-speed pitch on 0-1.
Called 3rd strike, and Higgins will pick up his 3rd strikeout, and that will do it for the Zephyrs here in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. The big sophomore lefty strikes out 3 in an inning and 2/3. We go to the 7th in the Quad A championship, 4-2 Parkland in front.